Subscribe for the very latest.
Play it, Daddy.
So look, hey, once again we back. It's the core room. Chuck, Walt, Trim in the building. You know what I'm saying? We here to guide the youth, educate the youngins, the little thuns about hip hop.
The thuns.
Yeah, about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because hip hop is everything. So we have to give you everything. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into some hip hop, right? So I like this producer talk segment that we do, right? Because you know we got a bona fide producer that's on the show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trim. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we got an artist, O Muggs, Renaissance Project in stores. That Hempstead Nights video is coming very soon. And I cannot wait till we're done with it. But I ain't gonna get into the particulars about that because it's detailed. But Hempstead Nights video coming soon. Well, let's get into some producer talk, man. So lately I've been seeing some news where a lot of artists are selling their publishing. They're selling their music, like their whole catalog. They're selling it. And I've heard this from time to time, and I don't know. I thought that was the thing to do is to keep your publishing. Keep your catalogs. Michael Jackson, Prince. There's been so many people who's fought for the rights to try to get you to keep your publishing, right? So I'm like, okay, why is it that people are selling their publishing? I don't understand it. I don't know. So me and Trim we talk a lot behind the scenes about stuff, but I want to get your thoughts about this. So I guess the question is though, why is the question, right? Now I'm gonna say this because I looked this up. Now according to this website named Market Realist, I think it's called the name of the website is Market Realist. I basically put it into Google, why are people selling their publishing? Now, this article comes up and it says that, well, what happens when they sell their publishing? It says that when an artist decides, this is according to marketsrealist.com. It says when an artist decides to sell their publishing or sell their music catalog, the rights to it, they basically are losing the rights. Well, let me read it exactly how it says. It says when an artist decides to sell their music catalog, the rights to use and to reproduce their songs in any way belongs to the buyer, right? So that all belongs to the buyer. To reproduce it, the rights to it, it all belongs to the person who bought the music, right? Now, with so many artists, incomes tied up in sales of albums and concert tickets, many are looking to make one massive deal instead, right? So that's basically what it is. They're just finding when they sell their publishing, and for me, I guess what I get from that is that they don't have as much money as they used to, so they decide to sell their publishing, right? Now, me and Trim knows we are very familiar with how music works. We understand the various ways that you can make music work, the various ways that you can get it to have multiple streams of income. And we understand also that music is like a birthright to your children almost. It's like it's something that you pass down, right? So now with that being said, let me go through. Well, I ask y'all this: would y'all sell y'all publishing the rights to your song? If you, because I'm sure you're familiar like what the process is to actually making the song, the energy you put into a song. Would you sell it?
I got a question.
Yeah.
So y'all fill me in on like where I might be messing up. So are we talking about, so when you sell the rights to your music, you're basically selling, can you make money off of it anymore?
It depends on the stipulations of how you sold it. Now, did you rent it out to where it's like, let's say you rent it out to somebody for 10 years, right? And then you get it back. That might be the deal. But if within that 10 years, no, you cannot. So
now,
if you fall off, like, so they're just selling it, no. Like the article says, it says when an artist decides to sell their music catalog, the rights to use and reproduce their songs in any way belongs to the buyer. So they can't reproduce it. All the rights to the song all belongs to the buyer.
So I got two questions.
Yeah.
These artists that are doing it right now, are these like new up and coming artists? Are these past established artists? Or are these...
Hey, I'm glad that you asked. Let me give you a couple of people. So Bruce Springsteen sold his masters and publishing rights for $500 million.
Jeez.
Bob Dylan sold his music catalog for $300 million. Iggy is undisclosed. Iggy Azalea is undisclosed, but it was like eight figures. David Bowie, $250 million.
Whoa. We just not gonna skip. You said Iggy got what now?
Iggy got 8 figures.
Not 7.
8.
What kind of alternate universe? Okay, go ahead. I apologize.
Paul Simon, $250 million. Dr. Dre, $200 million.
That's it?
Yep. Lil Wayne, $100 million.
Wayne sold his music?
Yep. Juice WRLD. Now this is all legend. This is all coming from marketrealist.com. Right? This is all from there. Juice WRLD, they sold his for 9 figures.
That's over.
All right. So my next question is, they're selling these to whatever company? Are they selling this to like one entity, or is it to the company that they made their music with?
Well, from what I understand, these are different entities.
Okay.
So different companies are coming to the table and they are asking to buy their music. Let me give you another person. Now, let me give you this one. So Metro Boomin sold his for $70 million, right? Now it says that the deal is that Metro Boomin, his top charting singles such as Migos, Bad and Bougie, Weeknd's Heartless, 21 Savage's Bank Account, Father Stretch My Hands by Kanye West, Jumpman by Drake, Future, and more. Right? So from what I'm reading here, he sold a percentage of his catalog. Right? So you can structure the deal how you want to structure it. Now, so now I definitely want to get Trem into this, but whoa, what other questions did you have about that though? I really want people to really think about this.
I'm okay. So my only thing is like, I don't know how much they making, but I guess whatever it is that these artists are making off of their music. Because when I think of like the easiest way to listen to all their songs, I'm going to Apple Music and I'm pressing play, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that all these artists have whatever they have worked out within their deals. They're getting whatever residuals they're getting from Apple based on whatever they pay.
Mm-hmm.
These companies are coming in and saying, "Hey, we gonna give you this," and these guys are like, "This is more than I would get in 15, 20, 30 years." I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's a good point, Walt. That's a good point.
I'm an artist. If I want to, because they're not selling their voice, right? They can make new music, right?
They can make new music. You're absolutely right.
So I know Trim gave me this look.
Now hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to. I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna go back to what it was said here. I'm gonna go back here. I just want to kind of hold on. So it says, when an artist decides to sell their music catalog, the rights to use and reproduce their songs in any way belongs to the buyer. Right? So now when I look at these, like I said, Metro Boomin, like people are selling percentages. Right? So for me, kind of going back to what you said about, can they use a song if it's a percentage of a percentage? Because really a producer gets a percentage of a percentage. Right? So I don't know if they're selling a percentage. So if you're getting 50%, are they selling them 25%? That means you still are getting 25% of the money, right? Because if it's the percentage, you're still getting a percentage of it. And you got $70 million? If that's the truth, I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
But if it's in the fine print that I'm selling my rights to reproduce and make the music, that's in the fine print. So that means that I can't sample it and do it with some other a competitor.
You can, but you just got to go to the person who bought it.
Yeah, I'm saying but I got to get their permission.
Right. But y'all built the rapport. Y'all got y'all because you breaking bread with them, so they could probably gonna let you do whatever with it. You understand what I'm saying, like that? Because
my whole thing is like, as long as I can, because that's my whole question. Like, it's not like they taking my voice. Because I'm thinking about it. If like you like David Bowie, like the Beatles. Like you the Beatles age $300 million, yeah, I'm not gonna be here for another 20 years. Like I'm cool on. But if you Nicki Minaj, you can make some music still. If I sold all the rights to all my songs. But as long as I have the right to use my voice, because this is the thing about hip hop, it's such touchy. Like when you say a bar in a line, does that mean I can't say that same bar in a new song?
I mean, I just know as far as the rights, it's the rights to the song, right? This is the rights to the song. Like if you can't reproduce it and you can't do any negotiations with this song. You can't. They own it. They own it. So, but that, you know what I'm saying? Like that. And I'm gonna get Chuck in this. Like, think about what it took for you to make this song. That's, like really understand what art is, right? This is your art. It's like Walt. It's like somebody saying, "Hey, Walt, let me buy that painting off you." Yeah, but you can't draw this. You can't draw this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not yours anymore. You own it. You don't own it no more. You can't do anything with it. You know what I'm saying? So Chuck, what you think? Would you sell your catalog? Is it like this is really a deeper question. With like, I want you to really dig into this, like really understand.
It's hard to say because it'll have to have a lot. Because when you're selling your rights to your music, it's going to be contingent on what your expected future residuals going to be from like a 10, 20, 50 plus year projection. And I know that's going to be very hard to kind of, calculate, but you have to at least make a baseline for that. And also where you are in your own career. Are you at the beginning of it, middle, towards the end of it? And also where your, life circumstances, if you're low on cash and you can't really tour that well, you can possibly use this, this front end cash to invest in other businesses to kind of, get that squared away. So there's a lot of moving parts to it. I'll probably go like the term route, like, saying either lease it out, or if you want to do like 75% of the catalog for like 10 or 15 years. I think that would be more digestible to say just an outright sale.
That's what Nelly did.
Yeah,
so after
he got like a 50 piece for his, and because Lupe mentioned something about this like a year or two ago in an interview. I think it was on Sway. Shout out to Sway.
Yeah, definitely shout out for
Sway. He was saying he was having this conversation with Leo Cohen, and he was saying that he said, I want my masters back. He said, okay, if I give you a masters back in the suitcase, what you gonna do with it? And Lupe didn't have a real answer for him. So he was like, dang, I don't know what to do. So I think these entities have a built-in infrastructure to maximize the return on investment on this catalog, something that these artists may not even have either access or the know-how to pull off. So they can start saying, all right, we'll take your catalog, because we know with Nelly's catalog, he got 11 number one hits on here, so we can be putting these in movies and other media components to like really get our money back, plus tenfold. So I think that's kind of where is that? Yeah, I'll definitely do probably a short term, like 10 to 15, and then get it back. Because again, if I do a lease where they can, for example, if I'm kind of cold, but I had some hits back in like a few years ago, and they can reheat these joints in other avenues, like in movies, soundtracks, or whatever. Then I once I get it back, I was okay. Now these people know who I am again, so I can just take that momentum and keep moving forward with it. But yeah, it's gonna be with that situation is always devils in details of how the terms are structured. So
Trimmer is itching to get into this. I know he is.
Yes, please give us the game. Give us the game.
He about to get in the bag now.
He sat there and meditated and got the Prince spirit in him.
Oh, not that. Oh, don't bring it.
So let's go, Prince. What do you got to say?
Everybody familiar with who Kate Bush is?
Kate Bush?